Let's get straight to the point. Number 8. The human sous-vide experience. Most of you treat your morning shower like you're trying to boil a lobster. But here's the plot twist. You are the lobster. We've all been there, cranking that handle until the bathroom looks like Victorian London and your skin turns emergency room red. It feels fantastic, right? Like a warm hug from a dragon. But scientifically, you're declaring war on your epidermis. Your skin has a lipid barrier, fats and oils that keep moisture in and bacteria out. When you hit it with molten lava, you're melting that barrier like a popsicle in a furnace. This is why you step out squeaky clean, but itch like you've been rolling in fiberglass by noon. Hot water triggers inflammation, stripping protection your body built all night. Unless you want the texture of ancient parchment, turn it down. Your skin wants a lukewarm handshake, not a trial by fire. If the mirror is so fogged you need a squeegee to find your face, you're overdoing it. Keep it tepid, unless you enjoy looking like a dried-out raisin. Stop boiling yourself. Your skin isn't a pasta dish.
Number 7. The Great Soap Genocide. You walk into the shower thinking you're an oil spill, lathering every inch like you're prepping for a slip and slide. But here's the truth. Unless you spent the day wrestling in mud, your shins do not need a daily deep clean. Using harsh soaps on areas that don't get stinky is a ticket to chronic itch town. Most soaps contain surfactants designed to break down oils, which is great for pits and bits, the high-traffic funk zones, but it's overkill for your calves. Your skin's microbiome is a delicate ecosystem of bacteria that protects you. When you go on a soap rampage, you're nuking a peaceful village because one guy forgot deodorant. Focus on parts that produce sweat and let the rest rinse. Stop treating your skin like a greasy lasagna pan that needs a degreaser. Constant soaping leads to flakiness. Chill with the bubbles, Captain Clean. Your elbows will thank you. Scrubbing shins like you're erasing a bad tattoo is just making you ashy. Keep bubbles to the pits where they belong.
Number 6. The Bacteria-Ridden Scrubby of Doom. Your loofah isn't a tool for cleanliness. It's a high-rise apartment for bacteria that would make a biohazard team weep. You think you're buffing your skin, but that plastic puff is a damp petri dish. Because loofahs stay wet in your humid bathroom, they become a breeding ground for mold and yeast. Every time you scrub, you're not just removing dead skin, you're inviting a microscopic circus into your pores. If your loofah has been hanging there so long it's developed its own consciousness, it's time to let it go. Using an old scrubby is like washing your car with a sponge found in a sewer. Experts suggest replacing these every few weeks, but most wait until they smell like a wet basement. You're better off using your hands, the original tools, or a fresh washcloth. Stop rubbing a fungal colony onto your chest and wondering why you have breakouts. Your skin is a canvas, not a lab for mildew. Toss the puff before it claims squatters' rights. Your body deserves better than a mesh ball of mold. Number 5. The Facial Power Wash Fail. Your face isn't a driveway that needs a power wash, yet here you are blasting your mug with the same pressure used for your toes. Washing your face in the shower feels efficient, but your skin is screaming. Facial skin is thinner and more sensitive than the leather on your elbows. When you stand under that stream, you're subjecting pores to stress and heat that makes pros faint. Hot water causes vasodilation, a fancy way of saying your blood vessels expand and make you look like a sunburnt tomato. Even worse, many use aggressive body wash on their face meant for high funk zones. That's like using floor cleaner to wash a silk blouse. The result? Broken capillaries and a face that feels shrink-wrapped. Save the facial routine for the sink, where you control the heat. Your face is a masterpiece, not a dirty sidewalk. Stop treating it like a car at a touchless wash, or you'll end up with skin as sensitive as a Victorian poet. Treat that mug with respect, or it'll retire before you do. Number 4. The Rusty Mower Menace. Think of your razor as a tiny lawnmower for your skin, except the lawn is alive and the mower is a breeding ground for bacteria. Leaving your razor in a damp shower is asking for disaster. When metal meets moisture, it oxidizes. Even without visible rust, the blade is dulling fast. A dull blade doesn't just cut hair, it tugs and tears at the surface, creating microscopic lacerations invisible to eye, but visible to bacteria. This leads to those mystery red bumps known as folliculitis, a fancy name for hair follicles being under siege. Scientifically, those micro tears compromise your skin's integrity, letting infections take root. If you're still using a cartridge from months ago, you're not frugal, you're a biohazard. Change blades every few shaves and store them in a dry place. Stop dragging a jagged piece of metal across your body and wondering why you look like you wrestled a cactus. Fresh blades are a necessity unless you enjoy the plucked chicken look. Don't value a cheap razor over your health.
Number 3. The towel drying sandpaper routine. You step out and treat your body like a wet dog shaking off a lake. You grab that towel, soft as sandpaper, and go to town. You're scrubbing so hard you're practically buffing your bones. But here's the reality. Skin is vulnerable when wet. Aggressive rubbing causes microfriction that shreds the stratum corneum, your skin's defense. It's like taking a belt sander to fresh paint. You're left with micro-inflammation and a ticket to Flake City. Experts suggest patting dry. It sounds like drawing a polite toddler, but it leaves crucial moisture. This is the golden window for moisturizer to trap hydration. If you're rubbing until you glow like an isotope, you're doing it wrong. Your skin isn't a rug stain. Stop the violence. Pat, don't punish. You aren't trying to start a fire with your shins, so be gentle. Your moisture barrier is begging for mercy. Treat yourself like silk, not a gym floor. Stop the frantic friction and let your skin breathe. You aren't a car at a detailing shop. Relax.
Number 2. The Great Moisturizing Delay. You've finished your lukewarm pat-dry session. You feel like a hygiene god, but then you make a fatal error. You wander off. You check your phone while your skin turns into a desert. Scientifically, there is a 3-minute window after you exit the water. This is when your pores are receptive and skin is damp. If you wait until you feel tight to apply lotion, you've lost. This is transepidermal water loss. Surface water evaporates and pulls moisture from deeper layers, leaving you thirstier than a cactus. You're reverse moisturizing yourself. Slap that cream on while you're still dewy. Waiting until you're bone dry is like putting frosting on a stale cupcake. The structural damage is done. Don't procrastinate. Seal the deal before the air steals your glow. Your skin isn't a sponge, it's a ticking clock. Stop scrolling and start slathering. Your future self is counting on you. Lock that moisture in. If you let that window shut, you're just wasting product. Be fast or be crusty. Number 1. The shower marathon of regret. Some of you stay in the shower until you've mentally won 3 Oscars and performed a set list to your shampoo bottles. You treat that stall like a spiritual retreat, but biologically, the longer you stay, the more you're dissolving your skin. Dermatologists agree, anything over 10 minutes is a disaster. Prolonged exposure causes skin to swell and moisture to leak out like air from a flat tire. If your fingers look like ancient raisins, you've been in way too long. That pruning isn't a superpower, it's a distress signal. You're washing away your body's natural armor, leaving yourself vulnerable. Keep it short. Get in, hit the high traffic zones, and get out before your skin decides to retire. Your shower is a pit stop, not a residence. Save the deep thoughts for the couch. Stop turning yourself into a soggy, itchy mess. 10 minutes is the limit. Any longer and you're marinating in bad habits. Leave the water before it leaves you dry. Your skin is a barrier, not a sponge. Time to dry off. If this saved your skin, hit like and subscribe for daily tips. Share this with that one friend whose shower lasts longer than a flight to Mars. We're here every day debunking life's nonsense. Stay clean, stay sane, and stop boiling yourself alive. Catch you in the next one.